We have some people joining us from all over, so thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sophia Rashadi. I'm the Key Account Manager for New Brand Ventures, and I oversee Brooklyn. So I'm currently finishing up my master's degree at Newhouse at Syracuse University for communications. So this is a topic that is near and dear to me. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to share some of these tips and tricks for social media marketing that I've learned through my program. And in our current world of COVID-19, social media and e-commerce is a huge trend and more important than ever. So today we'll navigate through a couple different platforms and tools that will help you out along the way for this process. And if there are any questions, please put them in the chat, and my colleague Mikey Batts here will be monitoring that and will let me know if anything comes up. So we'll take a couple pauses and see if there are questions. But it looks like this group here is mostly people who are familiar with this program, so we'll try to keep it moving along. Cool, so without further ado, let's get started. So first, we're gonna look at Google My Business. And Google is the first place that customers go when they're trying to find something new. So think when a person searches liquor store near me or liquor store in Brooklyn, what comes up is a clickable business profile. And Google My Business is a tool that allows the customer to build and verify their business profile on Google, and that happens in real time. So you can link your website, your phone number, menu, hours, really whatever you would like to put on there. But note that this Google business account that shows up and populates is definitely important, but it doesn't replace your website. So there are six different categories that are essential for a successful Google business account. The first is having a full profile. So customers are not going to find your business credible if there isn't any info on it. So next we're going to talk about the business description. So this tells the customer who you are as a business, and it should be something that is near and dear to you. So give them reasons why they should choose this business over others. Hours are very important, especially right now in the COVID world. Keeping those up to date is very important. Customers won't be pleased if they come to your account when Google says you're open to find out you're closed. So having your hours updated and available on your Google Business account will decrease the amount of phone calls that you're getting because that will be up to date. People can just see it there. The next is to choose the right business category. So for liquor stores and restaurants, those are things that you can click and choose on your business account on Google. So make sure to select the correct category for your business. This will allow your profile to show up when customers type in the keywords like liquor store or wine and spirit store or restaurant. Next, select all applicable attributes. So this gives customers an idea of who you are as a business. Verify your location. This is extremely necessary. Google will link a map to your account so customers can find where you are. And it also, your business will show up when people search liquor store near me, which is one of the most popular ways to search for something new. Cool. So keep in mind that photos are very important. This is something that we should definitely be telling our customers. So according to Google, businesses with photos see 35% more clicks and 42% higher requests for Google Map directions. Your Google My Business account cover photo is one of the most important parts. So that's the first thing that people see. It shows up front and center of your listing. Make sure to include this as a high-res photo so people think that you have a credible link and are excited to see what more you have, and they'll click see photos. Next, we're going to look at Canva. So I'm going to take a minute here. Mikey, do we have any questions from anybody?
Questions so far, Sophia.
So far, so good. Great. All right, so we'll move right along. to Canva. So Canva is a graphic design platform that allows users to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, and other visual content. So we can take a look at this video quickly and get a little better of an idea.
To begin, choose your design type or set custom dimensions. Next, choose a background. This can be a colour or an image. Add some images and then some text. Finally, publish your design. You can share to social media, print, download, and more. Now it's your turn. Unleash your creativity.
All right. So we've all been a part of these Zoom meetings, and now we're seeing more and more with our customers that they're engaging with their customers on Zoom and things like that. So let's check out this quick video tutorial to see how we make a custom background on Canva, which is a super fun way to create branded elements to your virtual events. So we're just going to look quickly at what that looks like. So here is the landing page for Canva, and this is what it looks like. You have a ton of options. You have, an Instagram story. You can make this animated social media. You can make a flyer, things like that. Lots of marketing. Here are some of my designs. We'll click on this one so you guys can see. This is a poster that I made for an upcoming virtual event called What's a Micro Pizza? It's a virtual blind tasting event, and I put it together using some images that I had, some logos. So it's a really interesting tool, and it's super helpful. Jumping back to Google My Business, here's a great example of Brooklyn Wine Exchange, their Google My Business account here. And they have a description: unpretentious wine shop offering a range of bottles and spirits with frequent tastings and classes. It has their address, their hours, their phone, a link to their website, along with Google reviews. So super important. Cool. Any questions, Mikey?
Yep, we have from Carl. So he asked, which Canva app do you recommend? The Canva Pro, or I'm guessing the basic version?
So yeah, great question. So that is the Canva Pro. You do have to pay for. It does give you a lot of great elements. So it'll add more backgrounds that you can use or more images that you can put on. But I don't think it's completely necessary to spend the money on it. I think if you just have the basic account, you can create pretty much anything you need. Just those little extras are what Canva Pro is all about. So I would recommend just using the basic one, and if you find that that's not enough, you can always upgrade. All right, anything else, Mikey?
Not right now.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to get into the bulk of it here and talk about Instagram. So Instagram is one of the fastest growing social networks where brands can share photos and engage with their biggest fans. So Instagram allows brands to employ visual storytelling that has more artistic value than other platforms. So as a brand and as a business, you can use images to tell a story, but you want to make sure not to blast your branding. And this is something that we can communicate to our customers. So make sure that they know that images that they use are important, and it should be about the experience of the product and services that might come. So for example, if you are posting about a virtual class, you can, instead of just throwing all of these words at people, you can post an image and say virtual tasting this time, DM me for more information. Keep it short, keep it simple, and make it look like it's not a product placement ad. There's not a lot of tolerance for marketing that's obviously marketing. So keep it subtle, keep the focus on the customers. And lastly, make sure every picture or video that you post is there for a reason. So for example, making your posts comedic shows your company's fun side. Featuring your employees reminds your audience that there's real people behind your brand and behind your business. So Instagram is shown to generate the highest consumer engagement level of all social networks. And this goes across the board to high-level branding, like all we see here, these brands in the NBD portfolio, Rabbit Hole, Malfi, and Lillet. But it also goes locally. People are very inclined to engage with their favorite bar locally and look for things like newest drinks or specials, whatever's going on. People love to know that they're appreciated. So ask a customer if you can share a photo of them, or add a brief description of why you wanted to share the photo, and ask them if they can give a quote, something to really relate to your customers. It's a great way to engage with existing customers and show those potential customers the loyalty that your brand inspires. So not every picture that you post needs to be of your product. Keep your feed fresh by posting fun pictures that relate to your brand. But I wouldn't post too often. The best would be not more than a couple times a day at most. If you post more than that, you run the risk of hogging your users' feed and eventually getting the unwanted unfollow. So it's important to monitor what your followers are saying about the pictures that you post. So that could be both positive or negative. Show them that you care about what they're saying. So commenting on their post, like we see here on the right with Rabbit Hole. So it's a great way to show appreciation and give your customer a shout out. Okay, so now let's talk about an Instagram business profile. And this for our customers is super important. On Instagram, you have the ability to switch to a business account. And it's very important to distinguish yourself as a reputable brand, as a reputable business. And you can do it easily just in your account settings. Once you provide your contact information through your business account, a contact button will appear in your profile. Instagram users or followers simply have to click that button and then choose whether they want to email you, call you, send you a message, or find your location. So on your Instagram business profile, you can use relevant hashtags and images that represent your brand, and also show up when people type in keywords. So things like for Monkey 47, gin, Black Forest, things like that, those keywords that you want. Also, if you have a Facebook page for your business, you want to connect the two. This auto-populates your information and allows for your easy sharing on both accounts. So basically, your Instagram business account works as your Google business account does. So it shows up when people are searching things. And it's a really great way to find new customers. And the great part about having an Instagram business account is that you get to keep up with your consumer insights. So you can also see information on your current follower number, the breakdown of gender of your followers, the age range, the top location of your followers, how active they are at what times of the day. It's really, really useful information. This allows you, for your followers to engage with you, and then you can see when they are at their highest point of engagement. So when you should be posting these things. Instagram Insights will show you the impression, reach, and engagement that your individual posts have. So next we're gonna dive into some stories. About half of Instagram users are using stories. Instagram Stories is a camera-first, full-screen visual format, and that it disappears after 24 hours, and it's a model after Snapchat. So Instagram Stories allows you to share quick moments that tell the story of your business. All you need is one image or a video that's a few seconds long and some text, doodles, or narration. And this will promote your business and show that what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Here is a little video of what they look like. Populates on your screen. You can click through them, gives you little information. And the cool thing about these is that there is no algorithm on it. So it basically is whoever is at your top is the person that you engage with the most. It's pretty interesting. All right. So let's look at how you post an Instagram story. So I have a video here of myself making an Instagram story that you can watch along with. Start by opening the Instagram app and clicking the plus sign on the top of the screen. Then use the camera button to take a photo or record a video. You can use editing tools to draw on your image and add text or emojis, add filters for your content, and by swiping left to move through the filters that you've saved on the app. When you're ready to post, click the check mark at the bottom. Add filters. Sorry. You can also use photos or videos that you've saved on your phone. So to access that content, swipe down from the top of your screen when you're in camera mode and choose the feed of recently added photos and videos. So Instagram will show you how many people have viewed your story. Access that stat by clicking on your story and then by clicking the eyeball icon. You'll see the total number of viewers and a list of viewers that have seen your Instagram story. So cool, I'm going to take a pause here. Mikey, anything in the chat?
Nothing in the chat right now, Sophia.
All right.
All great stuff.
Great, so we're going to move now on to Instagram Live. And this is something that's been very big for our customers lately. A lot of people are engaging using Instagram Live. Restaurants and liquor stores are all doing these Instagram Lives to connect with their consumers and make it an interactive. So unlike pre-recorded Instagram stories or IGTV videos, Instagram Live is a totally unedited stream of video for your followers to tune into and engage with. It can be a great way of showcasing the more human side of your business for your audience to connect with. Instagram Live allows your audience to submit their comments and questions in real time, making it one of Instagram's most interactive video platforms. So hosting an Instagram Live can also help boost your discoverability on Instagram. For example, every time you go live on Instagram, your followers will receive an in-app notification and your live will be bumped to the front of their stories feed. Before you jump into your Instagram Live, this is important to tell our consumers. It's a good idea to check your settings and make sure they're exactly how you want them to be. To access this, you just go to your settings, open the Instagram Stories camera, and swipe across to the live mode. Tap the wheel icon in the top left corner to open the controls. So from here, you can select who you'd like to be able to view your stories and Instagram Live, who can reply, where it automatically saves to, and how it can be shared. If you'd rather not see inappropriate words in the comments on your Instagram Live, you can automatically hide offensive comments and manually filter comments that contain specific words or phrases. So once you open your Instagram settings, scroll down to privacy and toggle to hide offensive comments. To filter out comments that contain specific phrases, toggle to manual filter. from off to on, and then type in the words or phrases that you want to be filtered out. How to go live. Let's talk about it. Simply open your Instagram Stories camera and swipe to live. To start your broadcast, tap the live icon. So during this broadcast, you'll be able to see how many of your followers are currently active in the Instagram app, which is a good indicator of how many people will receive in-app notifications if you go live straight away. It's a good idea to give your followers a few moments to join before jumping right into the focus of your live session. So consider having a holding screen or making some small talk or even playing music for a couple minutes to let people have time to join. So there's no better, more proven way of spreading brand awareness and gaining more followers than collaborating with an industry influencer. And this is something that we can facilitate for our customers. We have these amazing brand ambassadors, and we can have them jump on these live events and co-host these events. So with the Add a Guest feature, you can bring influencers on for interviews, Q&A sessions with your viewers, or just have them on for chat. Tap on the Add Guest button at the bottom, and this is the one with the 2 smiley faces. And it'll give you the option to choose another guest in your stream or add whoever you'd like. When the guest joins, their video will appear with yours on the split screen like we see here on the right. When you add an image or video from your camera roll, your video live stream will move to the top right-hand corner of the broadcast screen on top of whatever media you've chosen to share. So we see that here on the right. And these can also be made in Canva, just a note for all of you guys. If customers want to make something on brand to have on their screen, they can do so in templates that are available on Canva. You can even add multiple images and videos one after another to create a cool slideshow-like effect during your Instagram lives. Just tap the next image or video you want to share from the panel at the bottom of the screen. Here's a great example from Punch Drink. In their live event, they used the co-host feature. They added a professional background photo that shared info on the How to Tip Your Bartender promo that they were running. And they were very responsive to questions that they were receiving in their feed. So we'll give that a quick
comments too.
Amazing.
So I started as a bartender and took over the program about 2.5 years ago. And have just kind of been with through the thick and thin. Those that know our program at all know that we suffered from a fire a little over a year ago. So this time last year, I was also unfortunately unemployed. But you know, we do a lot. We're a really, really fantastic veg-forward restaurant. We focus on sessionable and creative content.
Great, so that's just a quick example of what it looks like. You see the split screen. We see they did a great job of having imagery. They have their promo material on there. So just a great example of how that can be done.
Bartenders.
Ending your live stream. So lastly, let's look at how to end your live stream on Instagram. To do so, just tap the save icon in the top left to save it to your camera roll or share it on your Instagram stories to be viewed over the next 24 hours. Super simple. Mikey, any questions in the chat before I move on?
Yes. So we know that Instagram, the profile gives you, the Instagram business gives you the reach rates.
Yep.
But can you see the conversion rates, the actual conversion rates from people who are looking at your promoted share, like when they follow through, I guess, to complete either if you're trying to sell something, if they do the purchase, or if they actually follow through and give you a follow?
Gotcha. Let's go back to that slide quick. All right. So here we have all of the information. So we have the interaction and the reach. We see 97% of people that weren't following you saw this image. And then you'll also see how many of those people that saw it that weren't following you. You can see how many then followed you or liked the photo or commented on the photo or shared the photo. So that is kind of the conversion rate that you can see. When it comes to if they buy the product or not, that's not something that we can track, unfortunately. Does that answer your question?
Bartenders.
Yep, I think so.
All right, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess, sorry, I didn't mean to hop in. I was the one that asked the question.
Sure.
But like, I know on Google Analytics, you can have like conversion rates from like call to action. So let's say you had a post that had something that you just wanted email, like generate an email list of subscribers for like that private club for tastings, or if you're trying to generate things like that or promos, is there any conversion rate in regards to like a call to action through your post?
Right, so that's a really good question. So on Instagram, the only way you can have a clickable link is in your bio, and that's not something that can be tracked unless you have a specific tool to do so. So I think you've probably all seen Instagrams that have the swipe up feature, which links to a website or somewhere you can go to follow. That would be something that you could track, but the thing about those is you need to be certified. So you need that check mark next to your name. You need Instagram to certify that you're a public figure or whatever it is you're claiming to be. So that gets a little tricky.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for asking the question. Anything else, Mikey?
Nope, that's it. And sorry for fumbling your question, Carl.
All good, man.
Okay, great. So we're going to jump back in and we're going to talk about sharing your live stream. So as I mentioned in the last slide, your Instagram live will stay on your Instagram stories for 24 hours for your audience to catch up on. So this opens your stream up to a much larger audience and can result in a much higher view count. So after 24 hours, you can post your Instagram live to your IGTV, your Instagram TV, for users to access anytime they'd like. This is especially useful if you're sharing a cocktail recipe or a demonstration on your Instagram live. This is something that your customers or people can come back to and then make themselves. So some tips for Instagram Live. Regularly and strategically promoting an upcoming Instagram Live can make all the difference when it comes to securing those important views. So to do this, you can share Instagram stories that detail the time and the date of your Instagram Live, and even use an Instagram story countdown sticker to mark the event. So the countdown sticker is an awesome tool for building hype around an upcoming live event. So that's what we see here in the middle. Counts down the hours, minutes, and seconds into the event. So another tip is to make the sticker even more effective by encouraging followers to tap the sticker to set a reminder for when the countdown ends. And we see that here on the right, what that looks like. So going live when your followers are the most active is one of the easiest ways to make your Instagram Live more successful. So Instagram will send you an in-app notification to all your followers who are online at the time of your broadcast. So the more people that receive this prompt, the better. This can be planned strategically using your Instagram Insights. A quick tip is to create an appointment to view by going live on Instagram at the same time each week or each month. The more your viewers can anticipate your broadcast, the more viewers you'll gain. As with any video content, it's super important to have a clear vision of what you're going to cover in your Instagram Live. So having a clear plan will help prevent any awkward pauses and will also make sure you're hitting all the important points for your business agenda. Whichever format you decide on, it's always worth doing a quick run through ahead of time. So you're comfortable with the information, you flow. If you have somebody else joining you on the co-host feature, that'll run smoothly and there are no rough bumps. Another tip is to introduce branded elements. So this is kind of where Canva comes in. This could be as simple as using cue cards in your brand color palette, holding a branded mug, using a backdrop that fits your aesthetic, creative view. Really anything. Time-saving tip, is add your customized templates to a dedicated folder so you can easily find and select them during your live broadcast. An example of this is we are doing a Del Maguey live with one of my restaurant accounts, and we have a folder saved with pictures of each varietal and then the families that are producing that and what it looks like. So that'll be ready to go when we go live on Wednesday. And that brings us to the end of the seminar. Thank you all for your time and your attention. Mikey, any questions in the feed?
Now,
All right.
for anyone who's typing.
No questions that I can see, Sophia.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate all of your time. Any questions, let me know. This is kind of just a quick, smooth 101 seminar. We can go into much more detail, and if that's something you're interested, just let me know, and I'd be happy to put that together. Thanks, guys. And as I mentioned, this is recorded, so I'll send it out to all of you guys, and hopefully you can send it to your customers or whoever is interested. So thank you. I'll send out a copy of the recording to all of the managers, and we'll have you guys filter it to the reps.
Thanks, Sophia.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, guys.